Honor and respect to you. Welcome to this reading I'm going to do today about what your higher self wants to talk to you about. So we're going to be focusing on what area of your life you need to be focusing on, needs your focus and attention right now. Then we're going to be talking about what you should be proud of. Let me gas you up a little bit, where you can love yourself more. And then we're going to be talking about how you can be in service to yourself and to the people around you in your environment. And so, as you know, Seeking Wholeness Tarot is all about all the different messages that you need for your life, for your inner liberation towards the revolution, whatever that may mean to you at this time. So, we have 3 piles here for this reading. We have pile 1 with the amethyst skull. We have the jasper for pile 2. And then we have the black tourmaline for pile 3. So go ahead, take a deep breath and select your pile, and I will meet you there. So if you like my content, check out my other videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video if you think that it will be of benefit to other people, help other people find these videos. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell button so that you can get notifications whenever I post. And as you can see in the description below, I post 3 to 4 videos every day, every week. Every week I have other stuff to do, people. So definitely, don't forget to subscribe, comment, let me know what resonated for you. And so let's create a little community. I'll have all of the timestamps below for all of the piles, so go ahead and do that. Thank you. Hi, Pile 1. If you selected the amethyst skull, welcome to your reading. Again, today we're going to be talking about messages from your higher self. All right, so let's pull some, open up the reading with some oracle cards. Messages from your higher self. We have strength of vulnerability. And then what messages does your higher self have? False beliefs. We have 4 and 4 again. We'll pull a couple from the Nature's Whispers Oracle deck. Ooh. Intuition. Ooh. I'm gonna pause the video and pick that up because I need it. All right. Messages says Pile 1's higher self to share with us today. Honor and respect. I'll take just the top one. Infinite blessing. All right. We'll get one card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card. I hope everyone's doing really well this week, and you're really taking care of yourself, right? And you are feeling loved and comforted by Mother Earth. Like, you're really taking the time to ground yourself at this time. We all definitely need it. It's like there's just chaos everywhere. So All right. So what does your higher self want you to know, wants you to think about right now? I'm seeing that right now is a time for you to look at your weaknesses and look at how you can turn those weaknesses, not turn them into strengths, but seeing what power you can get from them, even as them being weaknesses still, right? Because sometimes, we just can't change some things, and that's the serenity prayer, learning to accept the things that we cannot change. And so, definitely what I'm seeing right now is time for you to be vulnerable and look at yourself, because a lot of times, some of the things that we think are, we believe our weaknesses about us, our false beliefs. They are things that people think are weaknesses, or maybe the environment where you're in or the society where you're growing up in. You don't consider some things to be strengths, but they then turn into your own strength. That is where you get your own power, and you can see that a lot of the times when people point at things about us as weaknesses and we believe them, then they get to limit us. They get to limit us into telling us who we are, who we should be, what we should do, all of that. And what these two cards are about is about having the strength of exploring those corners of ourselves that people have, kind of made you feel some type of way about. So these things can be things like, oh, if you are very intuitive, if you are very sensitive, for example, so if you're like a Cancer, some water signs specifically, you may have the stigma, of, oh, you're just a sensitive person, whatever, whatever. And so sometimes what we realize is that what you thought was just sensitivity, and you not being to take a joke, or you not being able to watch some, very traumatic things. It's really you just having so much connection to the world around you, so much intuition, that you get an overload, a sensory overload. And so then what seems to be, you know, um, at first a weakness, later can turn into being things that, intimately bless your life, infinitely bless your own life, but also the people around you, also the people who need your light, who need those things about you that, you have been led to believe are weaknesses. When you connect your intuition, you're able to pay attention to those things, pay attention to what makes you bloom, to pay attention to what makes you glow, and your higher self is telling you that, you have so much, so much about you, that is wonderful, so much about you that the earth wants to promote, that the earth wants to support. So you may be in a time of co-creation with the earth right now. So in your higher self wants you to feel connected and wants you to feel supported. And not only that, in terms of taking action, they really, really want you to spend some time grounding. So definitely right now, if you can, get out and go see the trees, especially if you are in a place where there are seasons. You get to see fall come in. So really, because fall is really all about you can learn so much about all of the seasons, but in fall tells you specifically about what you need to release, what you need to let go of. And you can check my video about what you need to release. So you may have some messages in there for you. But yeah, definitely your higher self is saying that You have some going in words to do, but not going in words as in like nothing to be scared of. You have this 12 of fire, the cynical. And it's nothing for you to be scared of, but what I'm seeing is your higher self is really trying to get you to focus on yourself, get you to go in lovingly, lovingly seeing yourself as, this is the Two of Swords in reverse as it came through. You know, really trying to get you to get in, and I'm seeing make some decisions. All right, so what area of Pile One's life do we need to focus in? What areas of Pile One's life do we need to focus in? We have 13, union. Okay. Areas of Paul's life. Ooh. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. What should you be proud of right now? What should Pile One be proud of right now? What should Pile One, the Counselor, what should Pile One be proud of right now? Where can you, the Mother, and we have Six of Cups. And then how can Pile One be in service? We have the Queen of Fire. How can Pile One be in service? We have the Two of Pentacles, but that came out in reverse. And then we have Journey. Yes. So what I'm seeing is at this time, the area of your life that needs to focus is it's in terms of your, I'm seeing it's all of your life, right? It's about this union between these two cards are this card, the Two of Air, is about polarity and about duality. You know, like this dichotomy and trying to find balance between the light and the darkness, the light and the shadows, parts of yourself, and to bring them into union. You know, to bring your entire life into this unity. And it's very interesting because this channel is about seeking wholeness, and these two cards are exactly about this topic. So you may be, this is a confirmation for you that you're in the right place, because what your higher self is trying to tell you right now is that the area of yourself that needs focus, and you may have already been doing work in this area, is really this idea that all of the parts of your life, all of the parts of your life are kind of pieces of a puzzle that when they come together, they form you as a whole. And a lot of times we feel like we may have to chip away the pieces and parts of ourselves in order to fit some kind of mold, in order to become what other people want us to be. And so what your higher self is saying is to have this moment where you come to yourself and you have this moment of reflection where you ask, who are you? Where are you going? Is where you're going, bringing you happiness? Is it bringing you, what you need? Is it letting you grow? Is where you're going. Are you able? So if you are doing a lot of different things in order for you to gain power, whether it is for you to belong to a specific organization, whether that's a job, whether you're working for the government, are you using your power for good? Are you using your power for the people who most need it? What are you using your personal power for? What are you using your connections for? What are you using your money for? So really the area of your life that you need to be focusing on, that I'm getting from your higher self, is really focusing on these ideas about your mission. Like, what are you doing here? Who do you want to be? What do you stand for? Really focusing on not just doing things because people think that they're good things to do, but really doing things because you believe, because because you understand, because you're using your power, because they are all different parts of you, and you're not putting any parts of you down just so that you can please anyone. You're not having false beliefs about who you are. You're not having false limitations about what you're capable of. So you need to, your higher self wants you to come and have this come to them moment, talking to your higher self, because all of the answers are within. So if you need to meditate, if you need to, call in, like however you connect to your higher self, you need to be doing that right now. And you need to be specifically asking, what should you be doing? How should you be organizing your life so that you're not living in like any cognitive dissonance, in any, division, in any, you are whole and you feel connected. You don't feel like you are breaking yourself apart, you're slicing yourself apart, but you feel like everything in your life is in harmony. That is what your higher self wants you to strive for. And this may already be the origins of the energy that you're in now. And your higher self is saying to even pay even more attention to that, to focus on that even more, so that it's not something that just happens in the background, but that is something that you're doing intentionally, right? And what should you be proud of right now? Where can you love yourself more? In all of these three cards that I got, we got the Counselor, which is a 12 of water. We have the Mother, which is the Empress. We have Empress energy right here. And then we have the Six of Water. So all of these cards are all about kindness and compassion and being a good listener. So you may be someone that people come to for help, for advice. People come to you because they value your wisdom. They value who you are and what you tell them, because you have this ability to see things, you know, from a lot of different sides, to be able to kind of not just see things in black and white, you know, to not just see things into just what people say and what people do and what people believe are the best things for people to be, for others to be doing, but you are able to look at the situation and give people really, really good advice. So that is something that you can be proud of yourself, and that is also a quality that, you know, you can focus on in terms of what you can do for yourself, you know. And your higher self is telling you this as well, kind of like bragging on itself, saying that, you know, you can, the same way that you can help others, like listen to your own advice. You know, the same way that you can help others and people come to you is the same way that you should be seeking your own counsel, you know? And we have the mother here, and this is also saying that you're someone that people see as very compassionate. And you strive to do it, not just because you want people to see you as that, but that's because that is your essence. You have this essence of you are in abundance, like you are someone who's abundant. It's not about how much money you have, you know, like how much bling you have, but it's really about your essence, who you are. You are this kind of person who you cannot lose, as in, you may feel like you lose something and you're not getting it back, but you're abundant. You create life. The mother creates life, life creating itself. So that is the principle that you embody. And so your higher self wants you to intentionally inhabit this energy and recognize it as your essence. And that, you know, you are able to, from this position of the mother, you're able to create, you're able to give so much love to others and to yourself, you know, because these messages that we're giving are messages of self-love and self-acceptance. And you have such a capacity to accept people, such a capacity to welcome people, to guide people into the light. That is who you are. So you may be a light worker, someone who, you may be a counselor, you may be a therapist, someone who actually provides, I just saw 2233, so you may want to check that as your as an angel number message for you. But what I'm seeing is you may be a mother, you may be a mom, but you may also be a counselor, like a high school counselor. Maybe you counsel students. Maybe you're a teacher. But people really, really come to you for advice, and you give really good advice, and you're really compassionate and loving, and people love that about you, and that's something that you should be proud of. You should honor yourself for that, you know, because in this world, in a world that makes it so easy for you to be hard, being able to still be open and still be welcome, and still be able to welcome people, still be able to be vulnerable, is it's a superpower in itself. I'm gonna say it right like that. It's a superpower, really, because it's really hard to stay soft in this world. Now, in terms of how you can be in service to yourself and those around you in your environment, what I'm saying is you are someone who's really creative. You are someone who has a lot of passion. So you may paint, you may do makeup, you may kind of do like you may dance, you know, like energetic movement. That may be something that you do, like kind of creating fire with your body. And so I see that, so like you may be a dance teacher. And so what I'm seeing is that you have this capacity to light a fire up under people. Not necessarily like you're going to go and talk to them, but just by you being yourself and just shining this light. You know, you are the light is what I'm hearing. So you following your passion, you following what makes you feel alive is something that really inspires people. You know, whatever art you put out, whatever kind of work that you do, creative work that you do, people pay attention. Even when you think that people are not seeing you, people pay attention. And that is one way that you can truly, truly help people. Because you are someone who you are not afraid to explore the world, but not just the world, but you're not afraid to explore both the light and the darkness. Whatever the path is, you trust yourself to be able to find the way. And what I'm seeing is you right now, you may feel a little overwhelmed, which is why, we started talking about how you need to go within. So that's kind of hermit energy. So what I'm seeing is you need some time right now. Your higher self wants you to take some time and prioritize. The Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Earth in reverse is really the potential blockage for you is that you maybe, when you like have so much to do and you're just like, all right, like I'm just not gonna do nothing because it's too much. And so that may be the energy that you're in right now. And your higher self wants you to not stay in that energy too long so that you're not losing out on things that you need to be doing. Right, so you're not losing out on milestones in your journey. So there may be some energy around you right now that you could be using to manifest specific things. And so your higher self wants you to take the time instead of just procrastinating, because you're already taking the time, but you're using that time to procrastinate to do things that just so you're ignoring the pile of work that you have to do. So what your higher self is saying is, instead of doing that, take the time to, like, that same time that you're taking to procrastinate, but take the time to really interrogate yourself and ask yourself the same way that you should be focusing on getting into union with yourself. Look at yourself and say, what do you really care about? Especially in terms of your personal mission, in terms of the things that you want to do to help the world around you, your family, yourself, in being in service to the universe. And so what do you care about? So that if you don't care about something, then you can just drop it from your to-do list, and then keep moving. You don't have to keep something up that you don't necessarily care about, that is pulling at your energy, that is pulling at your time management. So taking the time to really focus and prioritize not only helps you categorize the things that you know need to be taken care of the most, but you also can realize that you don't actually even have that much to do, because what you can do is drop some stuff off because, well, hello, you don't want to you don't care about it. If you don't care about it, then you shouldn't be wasting your time and energy doing it or avoiding it. What messages, we'll just pull a few extra cards before we close out the reading. What messages does one's higher self have to share with us today? All right, we'll take all these. We have 43, the magic zone, the exhilaration of discombobulation. We have 10, attune to the call. Tune in and turn on. We have 11, breadcrumbs of bliss. Heed your pleasure principle. 39, how much good can you handle? Explore the upward spiral of grace. And Knights of the Round Table, let their love lift you higher. So what I'm seeing is you're really in a time where You're just feeling the magic around you, the magic of the world, the magic of your own work, because you are the Queen of Fire. So you may be connected intuitively. So you may be doing some intuitive work. Like I said, you may be a light worker, tarot reader, whatever. And what I'm saying is you are in a period of ascension, and one of the reasons why your higher self wants you to take that time is so that you can listen to the call, so that you can tune in and turn it on and listen to what you need to be doing, because this is for your greatest good. Like, there is so much, like we had, in like at the beginning of the reading, infinite blessings. There are so many blessings coming towards you, and your higher self wants you to be able to listen in order to, you don't want to be so wrapped up in the day to day, in the drama and the chaos of regular life, that you don't see the blessings that are right around you, all around you. And so this is why you need to tune in and turn on, so that you can hear your ancestors as well. You can hear your spirit guides as well, because they are all around you and they are supporting you upward. They are supporting you in your ascension, and they're telling you, they are like tempting you, as in like, hey, like, listen, remember that you signed up for this. Like, we got you, and it's gonna be so great. And don't, like, even though like your higher self is calling you in and telling you like to come in and talking to you, they don't your higher self doesn't want you to be scared about anything. you know be happy. Like, it's in pleasure. You're not gonna be doing this, you're not gonna be doing this ascension this time around in pain. It's not going to be like a dark night of the soul. This is blessings. This is light. You have gone through what you needed to go through, and right now you are really kind of organizing your life, categorizing what needs to happen, at the end of a personal 4 year. It's time for you to kind of focus on what is happening, for you. What is great for you? What can you do in order to listen more, to hear more of what the world and what the universe is trying to whisper to you. And your higher self is trying to get you to pay attention to that. And we'll close out the reading with some affirmations. We have, I have power and it is real. I create my destiny. I carry the greatness of my ancestors in my body and soul. Like I said, your higher self wants you to come in and connect to the power of your ancestors. And finally, we have, I am nourished in both body and mind. I can see my part in the wider universe. I reap what I sow. Right? As you look at how you need to be in service to the world, you get to see that you have all of the answers inside of you. So once you tune in and you listen, you're able to answer these questions. All right, so pile 1, this is the end of your reading. This was such great energy to be in right now, so I really thank you for that. I wish you the very best, and if this reading resonated with you, please go ahead and subscribe. Definitely like, share, and comment down below. I will look at all of your comments and reply back to you. And so thank you so much. Have a great day. Honor and respect to you. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome, welcome. Honor and respect to you. Again, today we're going to be talking about messages from your higher self. Now, we'll open the reading with some oracle cards about general messages that your higher self has for you today. What messages does Pal 2's higher self has? I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. And it says, wisdom in play. Our intuition knows more than we do. And right away, I'm seeing this is a call for you to trust your intuition, to trust what you hear, to trust yourself. We see renewal, regeneration begins with decay. And 2-7 is 9, so you may be going through the end of a cycle. We have a 9 again, 36, confusion. Growth hurts, heals, and harnesses a way through the uncertainty. And we have intention. Lacking personal direction begets confusion in life as a pawn to someone else's game of chess. All right. Thank you so much. All right, we'll pull from the angel ancestors. Cards. Messages that felt to the higher self has. 1. Oh, everyone wants to talk. There's so many cards. I'm gonna take all of them, even though I didn't want to. But your higher self wants to talk. So we are here for this, and I will get you all of the messages. We have Sage, be devoted and committed. So this is my writer's card. So you may be a writer or a drawer of some sort. Mountains, taint your ground. Stag, trust and thrive. And we have guardian angel, you are not alone. So what I'm seeing right away is that you may be dealing with some people right now. Some sketchy people, some people who don't want the best for you. And what I'm seeing is you already know this. And not only do you know this, you also know how to proceed because your intuition has already been telling you this. Right, has already been telling you what you need. But what I'm seeing is you may have some doubts right now, and you know how it's kind of hard for us to let go sometimes, because it's like we did so much work with someone. Perhaps it is a friend, perhaps it's a romantic relationship, and so you really don't want to leave things sometimes, or you may be feeling a little bit of confusion. And what I'm seeing is you're not really confused. I'm saying this because with the first card being the intuition card coming through, what I'm saying is that you really are not as confused as you may think that you are. What is really happening is that you're not listening. You're not listening. You're not setting intentions. It feels like you're kind of drifting right now. You're kind of drifting where you're not sure what is happening. You're kind of uncertain about how you want to proceed. But what I'm seeing is what you're really doing is you're stalling because you understand that you need to let it die. Regeneration begins with decay means that you cannot let something new, like you can't have something new come through until you let that past situation go. Like it's just as simple as that. And so that door for the renewal only comes through the door of death. So you have to let that relationship go. You have to let that person go. You have to let that friendship go. We'll get into the reading, and so we'll be more able to understand what's happening. But what I'm seeing is definitely your intuition is right on track. So if you were asking a question before you started this, what I'm seeing is your intuition is right on track, and you need to stand your ground in this situation. Your higher self is trying to get to you, as in to say, like, stand your ground, don't give one iota, you are right on the money. Be devoted and committed to yourself. Realize where your commitments lie. What commitments are you keeping that are not what you need? The commitments that, people you can't trust. People who see you thrive and they feel some type of way about it. What I'm saying is sometimes you may be feeling like it's hard for you to let go. It's hard for you to let that person go, because you feel like if you do let that person go, then you'll be alone. And what I'm saying is that your guides, you're not alone. You can go ahead you can go ahead and let that person go, because you're not alone and we got your back. We got your back. So stand your ground. Stand your ground. Trust us. Continue to thrive, even though these people don't want you to. Continue to thrive, and you'll see that your ancestors are standing right behind you. And when you can tune in and listen to your higher self, you can see, you have everything inside of you that you need in order to succeed. You don't need other people to be telling you what you need to be doing or anything of that nature. All right, so we'll get into the reading and start with, what area of Pal 2's life needs your attention and focus right now? Ooh, okay. We have, actually, I'm hearing shuffle again. Okay. What areas of Pal 2's life needs their attention and focus right now? What areas? Right. We have the 10 of Santeria, which is 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Congo, which is the 6 of Cups, 6 of Water. What areas of Pal 2's life needs their attention right now, and what can they do about it? All right. Ooh, we have the Deluge, which is the Tower, and we have Erzuli Freda Daome, which is the 7 of Swords. All right. I don't know. The energy is bottom deck energy, 5 of Pentacles, but we're not taking that. All right. So what should Pal 2 be proud of right now? Where can they love themselves more? What should Pal 2 be proud of right now? Nana Buklu. This is the 2 of Wands. Okay. What should Pal 2? It came out. It has, this is the 5 of Earth, and that's Ogun. What should Pal 2 be? We have the Sun. It came out in reverse. All right. And we'll ask, how can Pal 2 be in service? We have Congo La Place. So this is the Knight of Cups. We have Guédé La Flambeau, which is the 3 of Wands. And we have the Ba La Flambeau, which is Ace of Wands. And bottom of the deck energy is the Magician. All right. Yeah. See? So exactly the energy that we were talking about in terms of what you need to, what your higher self wants you to be focusing on right now. And what I'm seeing is for in the first position, what area of your life needs your focus. I'm seeing we have the 10 of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing is you are working on your prosperity right now. You are working on your abundance, but it's not just regular like abundance. It's abundance that is coming from like your ancestors. So you may be doing something that is an ancestral thing that will bring you money. That may be a family business. You may be doing something that your family has always been doing, even though you're doing you're putting your own little stink on it. So, what I'm seeing is with the Six of Cups, there is someone from your past who is seeing you, who is looking at you and who is looking at you kind of shining, looking at you doing all this work, looking at you just doing all of that. And what I'm seeing is they may be wishing for your downfall. And it's very interesting that I'm getting all of these messages. Like, I really don't get these messages so hard, but it's just coming through so clearly from the beginning of the reading to now. So your higher self is coming through right now to really kind of try to get you to pay attention to the things that you already know. So all I'm saying right now are not things that, you'll need to like think through so much to be like, oh, who is this? If you are here and you're thinking, who could that be? I don't even know, who that could be, then that can already tell you, then this may not be resonating with you. But if you already know, like you're here, you're like, oh, okay, I've been thinking about this and you're right, then that's how you'll know that this resonates for you. And we have 7/7 here as well. So I'm really seeing, connect to your intuition because your intuition is right about this. And so this person we have here, and I'm seeing in my mind's eye the traditional Seven of Wands, which is that person from the Rider-Waite tarot, that person who's like stealing the swords away, who's like hiding things from you. And they may be doing it kind of like couching it under a lot of charm. That person may be very charming, maybe very emotional. Like they may, like when they come and talk to you, they always have something going on. They always have some drama happening. They always have something that somebody is doing to them, kind of always crying, but not really crying. It's more so that that is kind of their method of control. So this person that you're dealing with may be someone who has like narcissistic tendencies, and so what I'm seeing is what is happening right now. So like you may be feeling like this energy that you've been feeling around that entire relationship, in terms of maybe something did happen with the person. Or maybe, you're just remembering something that happened in the past. Regardless of what it is, what I'm seeing is your higher self is saying you need to pay attention to the messages that are coming to you about this person. You need to trust whatever your intuition is telling you about the situation, and you need to act accordingly. Because you are right, is what I'm hearing. And it's telling me to pull some more cards about what can Pile 2 do about the situation? What can Pile 2 do regarding the situation? How can Pile 2, how should Pile 2 go about the situation? And this card was at the bottom before I stopped. All right. Ooh, okay. I mean, this is exactly why they told us. So we have the Knight of Wands. I mean, not Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and it came out in reverse. So if you were planning on going on any type of adventure with the person, see, Queen of Swords, off with their heads. Like, listen, the message could not be more clear. And then we have the Gede, which is the Three of Swords. And so, like, the messages could not be more clear. If you were planning to start a business with this person that's coming through, if you were planning to start any kind of project with this person, any new adventure with this person, traveling, whatever it was, nah. The Nine of Wands is coming in reverse to say that whatever little new start, new energy that you are going to give this person, go ahead and cut that off right now. We have the Queen of Swords, and I really like this. I really like this card. And it's really, I guess the energy of your higher self is really in like the very petty, feeling a little petty, and so what I'm seeing is really just off with their heads, like cut it off. And you can see the purple, which is the color of the crown chakra, so, and in the Dambala, which is the snake here. Dambala in Vodou does represent the crown chakra as well. So this is also even more confirmation for you that this is like whatever you're hearing intuitively, you know what needs to be happening. And the Three of Swords, if you don't, you have two different warnings. You have the Three of Swords here in terms of the pain, emotional pain, the painful words as well. So there may be an actual argument that comes out of all of this. And you have the Tower. So, jump out before it comes, take refuge before the deluge happens. So definitely what I'm seeing is this person, whatever that energy is, please, comment down below. I'm very, very interested in your business. I want to find out like what is happening with this person. Why do they want, so whoever that is, listen to your intuition about it. If you were waiting for more signs, this is your sign. Your intuition knows better than you, and you are wise beyond what you could even see. And so in the Two of Wands is saying, in terms of what you should be proud of right now, it's like, I see that you are really starting a new path right now. And this may be connecting to what this person, what you maybe need to pay attention right now in terms of your interpersonal relationships. What I'm seeing is, people see you shine. In the Two of Wands, in the Rider-Waite, has the globe, which we also think of in terms of online. So you may be doing something online that people see, that people pay attention to. You may be very successful at it because this is the Sun card, and it may be something that is spiritual, right? With the purple around. But even if it's not, what I'm saying, it may not, even if it's not like a specifically spiritual endeavor, what I'm seeing is what you're doing is on the right path of like your own personal mission. So you're not at fault, or you're not in division between what you're doing and what you need to be doing for your life, and what you need to be doing based on who you are at your essence. So what I'm seeing is, what you need to be proud of right now is that you are on the right path. You are on your life path. You are on the path that is going to take you to maybe a life path 2, and I'm seeing life path 5 as well. So you may be someone who is, you are really you're doing what exactly you need to be doing. And what I'm seeing is, what you need to be proud of is that it's going to bring you a lot of success, a lot of abundance. Maybe it's going to really make people hate you, or some people, you're going to have some haters. But what I'm seeing is, so this is traditionally the 5 of Earth. But, and what I'm seeing is, because the sun came out in reverse, I'm seeing is, right now you may be feeling like you're out in the cold, and that you have you may be experiencing some money issues. And so because you're experiencing those money issues, you can't see the sun. You know how sometimes it's really hard for us to see anything that's going right when we don't have money. And so this may be the situation where you're at now. And what I'm seeing is, Ogun specifically is like the law of war. And what I'm seeing is, you are equipped to deal with whatever obstacles come your way, whether it is people that you need to get rid of, whether it is obstacles on your journey. What I'm seeing is, you have one of the things that you should be proud of right now is that you have everything that you need to succeed, everything that you need to see yourself, and I'm seeing that you should be proud of that. You should be proud of that. Yeah. We have the King of Wands here. And yeah, I'm definitely seeing that you are on fire. Like, you are doing the damn thing. And one way for you to even do that even better is to clear away a path for yourself. Clear away a path for yourself. And you can see this here, how can you be in service to others, and to yourself? It's kind of this opening up, right? Opening up this is the Knight of Cups. So opening up and about yourself, about being vulnerable, being open, and you may need to, in what I'm seeing in that way, like in clearing a path for yourself, is opening up about this person, this collaboration, right? The 3 of Wands here. It's opening up and no longer like waiting. You're clearing. The way that you can be in service to yourself and others is by you taking the path, you going and deciding. You may have a decision that you need to make, something that's coming up to you, like a new opportunity. You may have a new opportunity. This is the Ace of Wands. So you may have a new fruitful opportunity, a new passion, new beginning coming towards you. And what I'm seeing is, you need to make a decision where, instead of waiting, the way that you can be in service is by creating the path yourself. Actually going to the crossroads, actually, creating a strategy of communication is what I'm seeing. So if you're doing something online, then that may be what you need to be working on, creating a strategy, a list of things that you want to talk about. If you are creating a speech, if you are a teacher, I'm hearing you may need to, start planning, start making plans, start opening up to what you need to be doing, to the new opportunities that are open towards you, and kind of going after them, instead of, waiting, especially waiting for people, waiting for, especially that may be like that what you were doing, waiting for this person over here in the beginning of the reading. So what I'm seeing is right now it may be time for you to let that go. And we'll pull up some oracle cards. All right, so we have acceptance, 39. Which I'm seeing as really acceptance of yourself, acceptance of how a situation might have ended. Be candid. So like I was saying, opening up and just say what's on your mind. And that's another 7. Be candid, as in also listening to your higher self when they are candid with you about the things that you need to be doing, which is cutting that person off. We have nurture. So I'm seeing this as you needing to nurture yourself. Understanding that not just that you need to nurture yourself, but that you are nurtured by the earth, by the universe. And then we have perseverance. Keep going. Like we said, like I was saying, don't wait. Don't wait for nobody. Don't wait for nobody. Don't wait for anyone who may want to slow you down. You're doing the damn thing, and you need to continue doing that, because what you're doing is in service to the universe. Like we talked about, you are on your life path. So this may be why, you're getting so much opposition by people who should be in your corner. It'd be them ones, it'd be them ones. I'm channeling Rose in Harlem by Tiana Taylor. And so this may be something that you need to check out. And so it says there's no place like home. So you may need to spend some time in your home. So you may be having some beautifying projects for your home. So maybe you're redecorating or whatever it is, like you are painting yourself and you're putting up your own paintings, whatever it may be. Nestle into the sweetness of your home. Make your home your little oasis, so that you don't need to feel like you need to be going out. And all of this that you're doing is putting you in preparation for a quantum leap, a preparation for the fact that you are going somewhere where you can't take some people, and that's exactly where you are. Like some people can't come with you. And so you need to understand that you'll need to let that go. And letting that go doesn't mean that you are alone now. Letting that go means that you are making the decisions that are best for you. And you are on your right path, right towards the sun. Right towards the sun. All right, so what? We'll end the reading with some affirmations for you. What affirmations does your higher self want you to meditate on? All right, we have both darkness and light are necessary. There is light even in the darkest of night. I accept that I am part of the cycle of nature. I open myself to new wonders every day. And what I'm saying as a final note is really about, sometimes we feel like we're too nice. You know, you don't want to hurt people's feelings by saying, hey, so and so, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Hey, so and so, I don't think we're going to be trying this relationship out anymore because it is not working out for me. So sometimes we need to have these tough conversations. We need to have these tough moments with people, but it's a cycle. And it's a cycle to be able to get in a relationship and get out of it. And endings are not always bad. Endings are great because endings turn into new beginnings, you know, into new beginnings. All right. So, pile 2. This was your reading. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you so much for opening up your energy with me. I am so curious about what's going on because the mumble came out and I'm like, oh, shoot, she came out. So I want to know. So definitely let me know what's going on with you down below. I will definitely read it and respond to you. Don't forget to subscribe and do not forget to like, comment, and share this video if it resonated for you so that other people may find it as well. Help us build this new space that we have here. Thank you so much. Honor and respect. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. Let me fix this little... All right. All right, I needed to fix that. It was gonna bother me the entire time. All right, so welcome to your reading, Pal 3. I'm so excited to get into this with you because Pal 2 had the tea, so I'm trying to see what you got over here as well. All right, so we're getting into what messages that your higher self has for you, and we're gonna open up the reading with some general messages about what this reading is going to be about, what your higher self wants you to be thinking and talking about. All right, what messages does Pal 3's higher self has for us? What messages does Pal 3's higher self have for us? Thank you. Ooh. All right. We'll take all of that. Thank you. And this came up in Pal 1's reading, so this may be connected. Strength of vulnerability. And we have trusting tricksters. That's interesting as well because in Pal 2 we were talking about some relationships that people may have. We have consciousness is light, spirit self, be who you are, the unknown, knowing the unknown. All right. I'm still gonna pull some cards from the angels and ancestors. Messages is your higher self wants to tell you. Okay. We have wait for important information. Okay. So what I'm seeing is you may be you're maybe in a moment where it's not necessarily that you're confused. You're just not sure where you're going. You see some stuff, you know, you are conscious now of the things that you may need to be doing. You are conscious of the things that are important to you. You may also be conscious of people in your life, right? You may have had people in your life before that, chipped away at you, chipped away at who you are, chipped away at your strength, and made you feel like you were weak. People who didn't allow you to be vulnerable because they thought that vulnerability was a sign of weakness, before you could understand that vulnerability is necessary in order for you to be in touch with your intuition. And you went through all of that, is what I'm seeing, right? You're at this moment where your higher self is saying that you have done so much of the work. You have done so much of the work that you wanted to do, so much of the work that not only did you want to do, but that you needed to do in order to truly become who you are, right? And what I'm seeing is your higher self wants you to let go of the need to know exactly where you're gonna go, let go of this need for, trying to see ahead of what you need to be seeing right at this moment. And once you are able to do that, in the way that you do that is by focusing and opening up your spirit self, opening up your higher self, kind of being who you are, being authentic, even when you don't know how people will receive you, even when you don't know exactly to a T where you're going to go. Trust the unknown. Know that the unknown is where we always live. Because a lot of times we sometimes feel like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen in 2 days, what if, what that. But what we understand is that we never know. That control that we think that we have is a full illusion. Full illusion. We never know. And you always go about your life, don't you? Not knowing. And so then why do you feel like sometimes you need to be knowing what is this going to be like? What is that going to be like, right? In order for you to start moving. Right. And what I'm saying is your higher self is not saying that you're not going to get the information that you need. You are. You are going to get the information that you need, but you don't need to rush it. It's going to come to you. It's going to come to you right when it needs to come to you. And so what your higher self is saying right now is just to keep being yourself. Keep being the light. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being vulnerable because you have done so much. You have been through so much. And there is so much coming towards you. But right now, just being conscious, just enjoying the moment, just staying in the moment where you are right now is what you need to be doing, All right. So we'll get into the reading so we can get even more clarity. Right away, we have the Six of Wands coming up. All right. So we'll ask, what area of your life needs your focus right now? We have the Devil. What area of Pile 3's life? Ooh. Okay. We'll take all of that. Needs your focus right now. We have the Moon. Okay, you may have the T just like Pile 2. We have the Ten of Swords. The Eight of Wands. We have Justice. Then we have Judgment in reverse. So what I'm seeing right now is that you may be in this situation where there's a lot happening. Oh, let me go ahead and pull out all of the cards and then we'll get into it. But what I'm seeing, and it just kind of drew my attention real quick, is that there's a lot that you may not be seeing in a relationship that you're in. All right. What should you be proud of right now? What should pile 3? Ooh. And the Page of Cups. And the Fool. Should pile 3 be proud of right now? With the Queen of Wands. Okay. We have, how can you be in service to yourself and others? Whoa. All right. Okay. Know a bit more about what you should be proud of right now. No? Oh, 2 of Cups, bottom of the deck. All right. Keep this because I feel like I'll have to pull more cards at some point. All right. I feel like your higher self, what I'm hearing your higher self wants you to be, the area of your life that you need to be focused on right now is you may have some addictions, you know, whether that is, in the first thing that came to my mind when I first looked at the cards that came out in this position was a relationship. And it may have been kind of a codependent relationship. But if it's not a relationship, because this is a general reading, there may be multiple scenarios for this. And if it's not a relationship, what I'm seeing is you have some addiction, so it may be a habit that you have, and that you need to balance out. So your higher self is coming to you in terms of you need to balance it out, because if it's something that's kind of preventing your ascension. We have the Judgment in reverse here. So the habit or the addiction that you have really is kind of hindering your judgment, and it's also hindering your ability to balance yourself. And if it is for the people who like it's resonating in terms of a relationship, what I'm seeing is you may be tempted. You may be tempted in this time by this relationship, by this in terms of going back to this person. And there are things in that situation that you're not seeing. There are secrets in the situation that you're not seeing. And if this is not the relationship for you, then I see the Moon card in terms of you are hiding yourself. You're hiding it to yourself in terms of the addiction that you have. You're not acknowledging it. It's like you're trying to keep that in the dark, like not fully acknowledge that. But in terms of the people for the relationship, what I'm seeing is in that codependent relationship that you're in, you may be communicating with that person. Right now, then there may be a lot of a lot of communication between you and them, a lot of passion as well. So, you know, I'm hearing sexting. So you may be really kind of going into this addiction, this habit with this person. And so what I'm seeing is your higher self wants you to pay attention to the fact that whatever it was, if this is something that you've been through before, this was once again, sorry about that. Yes. So what I'm seeing is right now, it may be really important for you to really take the time to come in and understand that, you know, you are a grown up, you get to make the choices that you want to make. But if you want to, you know, work as your higher self, you know, you want to live according to your higher self, then what I'm seeing is you need to make a decision about this person. You have all of the information that you need, then you can understand that with the devil here and the moon and the 10 of swords and the judgment in reverse and the justice, there's a lot. And I'm saying if this is an addiction, if it's something that is illegal, like you may get into some trouble with the law with that. So that's something that you definitely you know, want to heed if that's if that resonates for you. All right. So in terms of what you should be proud of right now, what I'm seeing is you are a very passionate person and you're really good at taking risks. You know, you don't care. I mean, it may be a little foolish sometimes, and sometimes you may have to retrace your path and apologize to some people or retrace your steps and go the other way and make some mistakes. But what I'm seeing is and you wear your heart on your sleeve, and you are so passionate, so powerful, so intuitive, and that is something that you can be proud of right now. The fact that you are able to take the risks that you need to take in order for to have a good life. You know, you are definitely able to make these decisions that you need to make to act in the ways that you need to act. And so what I'm saying is that is something that you definitely have that you can be proud of. That you can be proud of. In terms of how you can be in service to yourself and to others, what I'm seeing is, there's so much here, but it's a lot of, like we were saying at the beginning, what I'm seeing is it's a lot of standing up for yourself. You know, standing up against this trickster in this relationship, standing up for yourself against this addiction, you know, speaking to somebody who can help you, you know, who can help you fight that in order to avoid this tower. You know, you want it to be something that, you know, you're not just kind of cheating out of, like you want it to be this time, you want it to be for real. So the way that you can help yourself is by looking at the parts of yourself where you try to get something easy. You know, you try to run away with you try to cheat people. If you try to cheat people, or not even cheat people, but cheat yourself. Because if this is an addiction that you have that you're not addressing, then this is something that you are stealing away from yourself. You are stealing your power away. You are giving your power away to a substance, to a person, to a situation. And so in the way that you want to help be in service to yourself in the world, you can't get higher. You can't go to a higher level of commitment to yourself, of understanding to your higher self, if you're not addressing these things that if you're not walking out of, these things that keep you limited, that keep you behind. And so what I'm seeing is what you need to be focusing on right now in terms of how you can be in service to yourself and others. Your higher self is saying, you are so powerful, you are so creative, you have so much, and you are so good at taking calculated risks that this that's going on is not something that should be standing, that should have you in such a spot, So your higher self is really trying to get you to focus on the fact that you can you can get out of this situation. If you feel like you can't get out of the situation with that person, don't believe that you can, because you are who you are. So you are always, able to make the choices that will be best for you. And so what I'm seeing is your higher self really wants you to address these things, that are like, they don't make you feel good. They make you feel anxious, right? And be open to healing, be open to this information. Like, I know it came out, I didn't really dress up this message because it just kind of spelled out. I wasn't really expecting anything like this. But what I'm seeing is, seek help, seek healing, ask for help, and ask for help both in the material, but ask for help also in the spiritual. Ask your guides for help, ask your spirit self for help, so that you are able to come in and come out of the situation that you're in, and ground yourself. Ground yourself. Find people around you that can help you remain grounded. And I'm seeing a lot of green here. So getting out of the house and getting into nature is something that you may need to be doing at this time, because you cannot, and it's again on the Judgment card, you cannot ascend, you cannot get to the next level that you want to get at if you are not, if you are not getting out of those earthly traps, whether it be in a physical form of a person or, a substance of some sort. All right. So we have healing. So this is the time for you to heal. Just healing in all different possible ways. And when we see this again with the medicine guardian. So your higher self wants you to heal in order to clear the path away for the blessings that you have coming towards you. Because as we started, I did say that you went through a lot. And what I'm seeing is you need to, if all of this energy that I have brought up is past energy, like you have already gone through this, you have already gone to the reckoning and to the awakening that comes with, that I'm seeing with the situation, then if this is past energy for you, then right now it's time for you to heal. It's time for you to clear away all that bad energy, all that, mustiness from that person, and get your protection up. So if you know how to do protection rituals and whatever tradition you're in, if you don't, find ways to protect yourself, to protect your energy, whether that is to actually cut ties with people, whether that is to find kind of creative ways for you to do that. Definitely up your protection, spiritual and psychic protection as well, because sometimes people that we are so connected to, especially in this devil energy. You know, people can still have their claws in us, you know, in ways that we don't quite understand, in ways that are quite psychic. And what I'm seeing also as well is that you need to take the time to reflect. Really, really taking the time to reflect about, and we have again, be candid. Be candid with yourself. Be direct with yourself. Understand that, listen, you don't need me to tell you all of this. You don't. You need yourself. And really, you're not getting these messages from me, you know. I'm just kind of translating. I'm just the messenger here. All of these messages are from your higher self, who wants you to, you know, be your best self. And so, what messages does Power Threes higher self have for us today? Messages from Power Threes higher self. And we have plant seeds of intention. Go, grow, and glow. And really, this is about intentional healing, intentional reflection. Really not just doing things just because it's tradition, not just doing things because that is something that you do all the time. And these may be, you know, some ways that you grow these addictions. You know, it's by just doing something that you've always done. And right now it's time for you to shake up the energy and really be intentional and be mindful. So you may want to do some mindfulness meditations where you are, you know, kind of trying to find more connections to your body in the present time. And so that should be important for you. And finally, we'll end the reading with your affirmation, which is, we are one. I exercise self-care and care for my community. There is no one spiritual path, but many. And as I was saying, when we looked at how can you be in service to the people around you in your environment, and we got right back to how we started the reading in terms of you need to clear away your mind in order for you to actually care for your community. If you don't care for yourself, if you are not connected to yourself, how can you be connected to any sense of community? How can you lead people? How can you do any of these kinds of things that you want to be doing? So your higher self is telling you, yes, you are great. Yes, you are the Queen of Wands. Yes, you can take risks, and often your risks pay off. But right now, this is not a good risk. The addiction, the addictive behavior, the person, or even avoiding dealing with the remnants of that, even avoiding healing from this. You have to touch it in order to heal. And your higher self is really telling you to come in and do that kind of work in order for you to ascend and keep going. All right, pile 3, this is everything that I had for you. I apologize for the cut-offs that we've had because of my storage issues. So definitely, if you like this video, definitely go ahead and subscribe and hit the little bell button so that you get all of my videos right as I upload, and I do 3 to 4 videos every week. Go ahead also and comment down below if this resonated for you, and I definitely look at all of my comments and I reply to all of them. So thank you so much. I hope that you are blessed and that you are safe and protected. And so thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Honor and respect.